Hey everyone, we are live for a little bit of a NHL Free Agency Eve special show here. We're going to break down some of the latest news. If you're on the replay, hit that subscribe button. Would love to welcome you to the channel. Hit the like button and leave a comment. Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. We could see the Eichel trade happen at any moment. It seems like signings are hitting left and right. A bunch of rumors even prior to tomorrow at noon. So we're getting a lot of stuff coming through. I want to answer a bunch of your questions. I want to talk about some of my predictions. Because that's a video I was supposed to do tonight, and I still might post it later tonight. I'm still deciding, but I thought I would go live and at least talk with you guys. So if I do want to post my final free agency prediction video, I can still do that after the stream tonight. So, but what's going on, Logan, Elias, Hockey Kid, Brandon, Blackhawks, Akash, ABDIMALIK, Mason, Aiden, thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate it. Let's get notifications going and get some people up in the stream. Appreciate you guys joining right away. Hey, Mason, it's good to see you again. What's up, Logan? Hopefully you guys enjoyed the rant. What's up, Keegan, unbiased Bruins fan? What's going on, guys? Yeah, Cranfield, that was a good deal for Garland. What's up, Slapshot? What's up, Dominic, James, Quinton, Jay, Joseph, Froggy? Thanks for joining, guys. All right, let's chat. I'll pull up Twitter. We're going to chat about some stuff that's going down literally as we speak. There's literally a bunch of shit that seems like it's about to go down, or at least rumored to go down. So let's notify Discord and have some good chats. Is the Armia contract bad? I don't think so. I think Armia is really underrated. I think on a lot of teams, he could be on their third line and a pretty good third line. He can even move up in the lineup. So 3.4 mil, I don't think that's bad at all. How's it going, Raymond? Theo, I wouldn't say shithole, but you're asking me why Hamilton could go to the Devils? Well, because the Devils have the cap space. The Devils have the fit for Dougie Hamilton. If Dougie Hamilton wants to go to a team that can give him 9-10 million, that's the Devils. He's not going to get 9-10 mil with a contender. That's just not going to happen. So if he wants 9 to 10 mil, Dougie Hamilton, then the Devils would be the team. Any word on Landeskog? Yeah, the last reported rumor from Elliot Friedman was 7 times 7. So 7 million for 7 years for Landeskog. What's my FA final list for the Rangers? Kirill, what do you mean? My predictions for like who the Rangers are going to sign? Is that what you're asking? What's up, Oliver? Michael's in the chat. How's it going, Hockey Central? Max, Shiv, yo, we got 120 in the chat. Let's go. We love that. Vinyl says Flyers with a solid pickup for the price for Yandel. Yeah, I mean, Yandel's not great, but at that price, it's fine. Yo, John LeBlanc with the 7. I really appreciate that. Says, love this channel, bro. Is the Jones move going to set back Chicago's rebuild even further? And which GM has had the worst offseason? Again, it's way too early to be putting a mark on certain like GMs or teams for that. Thank you so much again for the dono. Yeah, you know what? The Jones move really does limit them for sure. And I didn't love the value. Which GM has had the worst offseason? That's tough. That's tough for me, man. I can't really give you a team yet. There's been a couple moves that have been really suspect from certain teams. I don't know. Like Philly's made one bad move. Buffalo's made one bad move. Chicago's made one bad move. There's been certain teams that have made one bad move. I can't really say that there's been a team that's really shit the bed on the offseason so far. John LeBlanc, let's make a deal. Ask me that question in 2 weeks or at least a week, and I'll be able to answer that for you. Or even after tomorrow, I might be able to answer that question for you a little bit better. So thank you for the dono. We got 150 in the chat. Please, guys, smash the like button. Let's try to get 100 likes right away. John says, thanks so much for the content. I will be in my work office tomorrow, and I'll be looking forward to the coverage. You're a champ. Thank you so much, John. Yeah, guys, I'll be live all day tomorrow, so I hope you pull through because I think viewers in the chat right now, I think we can all agree, or at least most of us can agree. Maybe you guys have different preferences for the channel, but I think tomorrow is one of the best streams we usually have. I think during free agency, I think I bring my best. I think we have a really good time. I think a lot of people come together. I think we can have some good guests as well, hopefully. I said that last year, and then it just kind of got out of hand, so I'm hoping to bring at least 1 or 2 guests tomorrow. Hockey Central just subbed. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate the new subs, so I think we're going to have a good time. When do I start tomorrow? Early. Just keep an eye out. It will be, I will say, early to mid-morning. I'll be live. Yeah, last year's free agency was a lot of fun. So let's get 100 likes. Let's go. Hey, TSI's in the chat. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. You'll be on after work. Appreciate that, Richard. How's it going, TG? Man, we just started. We already have 160 in the chat. That's crazy. Ryan, thank you so much for being here. All day long? Yes, we'll be live tomorrow all day long. Tomorrow I'm going to bring it full out because tomorrow's going to be the last big stream we have. I'll definitely go live a few times like after the next few days, but tomorrow will be like the last very long stream we have. All the other streams afterwards will be like 1 hour, 2 hours maybe, but tomorrow will be our last long live stream until obviously like this season, and then we'll still have like 1 or 2 hour live streams here and there. How do you feel about Garland signing? I love it. Really good value. Like I don't think it's a steal, but I figured he was going to get in around 4 to 5 million, and it was at the higher amount of that, but I like the value. So guys, above me, I'm going to bring up Twitter here, but above me is like some of the latest stuff that's coming out. We can also look, I don't know how many people in the chat have seen Fleury's statement he released through his agent. That came out like a few, I guess like 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. Also, I just saw this. So I guess Bozak and the Blues were talking about a 1-year deal, and Kerfoot and the Leafs, or at least the Leafs, are looking at a potential Kerfoot trade. And I didn't add this above, but this was low-key. Mike Riley signed a 3-year deal at $3 million per with the Bruins, so. Let's see. How's it going, Colin? Appreciate you being here. 1:37 a.m. Wow, that's late. Hey, hopefully you're doing well. Thanks for being a subscriber. And hey, 30 more likes to 100. Let's go. What goaltender do I feel like for the Leafs? Same question for my Flyers. Great question. I feel like the Flyers right now are going to be getting like Holtby or... I feel like Holtby's the best bet. There's the Carter Hart connection, and I think the Flyers are one of Holtby's favorites right now. I could see a Holtby or Martin Jones going to Philly. And Toronto, I think they considered Martin Jones. I'm sure they check in for Holtby, but I think for Toronto right now, it seems like it's between, at least for what they want, it's between like Mrazek, Allmark, and either like a trade for Darcy Kemper or something like that. We'll see if D'Angelo gets confirmed to the Hurricanes. Not confirmed yet, but that's what Saravelli put out there. Mrazek to San Jose. Hey, we'll see, Nikhil. That could be possible. Yeah, Fleury did deserve better for sure. Getzlaf Kemper connected to the Oilers, and Cody Cece's also connected to the Oilers, right, bro? So there you go. It could be a Getzlaf Kemper offseason for the Oilers, but it also could be keep Koskinen and also sign Cece and Barry. Woo! Go Oilers! Yeah! Hey, there you go, Gabby. Welcome. Yeah, maybe the Leafs could get Nick Ritchie. They could get Michael Bunting. I think those two are realistic fits, not too expensive. Thoughts with Eichel? I'll pull up Twitter right now. If that's the potential ask, I'll pull it up, guys. I think this is such an L potentially for Buffalo. This better not be... Oh my god. If this is actually the thing, I will lose my mind. So I'll pull this up. There's no way this could be like a thing. Imagine. Buffalo, I don't think you could have, like, if this is the actually, like, somewhat of the trade, please don't trade him to Vegas for one. But two, if this is somehow Buffalo's ask, what an L for Buffalo. What an embarrassment. Stop. Just stop while you're ahead. It'd be so embarrassing. Yeah. So this is what I was talking about with Bozak, and it seems like, if you guys saw above, it seems like Montour is staying with the Panthers. And what was I going to pull up? This is the statement if you guys haven't seen it yet. So let me just pull it up. I want to thank all the amazing fans and my teammates for 4 incredible years together. You embraced me and my family from day one and made playing games in the Fortress one of the great joys of my life. We will miss playing in Vegas very much, and I'm grateful for my time in your city. Again, Marc-Andre Fleury takes the high road. Am I surprised? Not at all. All right. All right, let me pull up chat on my phone. Again, guys, I hope you do subscribe if you haven't yet. Drop a like. Let's try if we can get 41K by the end of tomorrow. If we can. I'm going to put in a lot of work. Going to stream for a while tomorrow. It's possible. How's it going, Camden? Hey, Mark, appreciate that. Landing to the Islanders, I think it's a possibility. I wouldn't put much stock into it, but I definitely think Lou's going to push for guys like Suter, Parise, vets like that. What was the other thing I was going to pull up? There was something else. But that's what I was saying. There's no mention of the Blackhawks or anything in Fleury's statement. So, yeah, no talk about his future right now. Just thanking Vegas's fans and stuff. So, but yeah, guys, hit that like button. A lot of you. There's like 180 people that have not dropped a like yet. So please drop a like. Hey, it's free. It's the easiest way to support the channel, besides subscribing. John with another 7 says, buzzing hard right now with the boys, and we're loving the stream. The boys want to know what you think the most ideal and realistic FA pickup could be for TML. Yeah, so John LeBlanc. I think I will throw out 4 names for you and the boys. Appreciate you guys joining the stream. I think Brock McGinn is one that could be a target. I think Michael Bunting. He played with the Sioux, so there's that Kyle Dubas, Sheldon Keefe connection. I think Nick Ritchie's definitely a realistic target as well. And then I'll throw out, I think Galchenyuk and Foligno are still at like a 50-50, 60-40. I would say a 60-40 Galchenyuk, 50-50, or 40-60 Foligno. I think there's a chance Foligno comes back to Toronto to prove it for one more year, see if he can prove himself. But right now, I'd probably put more of a percentage of Foligno going to Minnesota to join his brother. So hopefully that helps. But the 3 names I'm looking at Toronto tomorrow in terms of cheap options would be Michael Bunting, Nick Ritchie, and Brock McGinn. Austin with a 3. I really appreciate it. Let's go. Let's get some Austin hype. And Brock with a 2 says, thoughts on Yandel the Flyers. Super cheap. I don't really like Yandel's game right now. He's slow, not good defensively. Got skated around really easily last year. But at $900K, you can't really go wrong with that. It also gives room for, like, Yandel doesn't have to play every night. So I'm fine with the signing. It's cheap. So thank you so much for the dono. And we got 270 in the chat. Let's go. You guys are pumped? Let's go. Luca Romelli says Martin Jones to TML is likely. That's not likely. They've checked in. They have considered that. That is not likely. It could happen. And if it did happen, Martin Jones would sign for 800 or 900K with the Leafs. So I wouldn't really have a problem with that. You're getting him for free at 800, 900K. Sure. Crazy Ella. Yeah, I think you're a true Knights fan. You always back your team. It seems like you had a love for Marc-Andre Fleury, and even if you didn't, like, it seems like you're a pretty passionate fan. So of course. So nothing really. It's kind of funny. I go live and it kind of chills out for a little bit here. So we'll see. How's it going, Ken Dog? Appreciate you being here. Yeah, the Nedeljkovic pickup for the Red Wings is huge. Yeah, Mike Riley did re-sign Isaac. I'll put that news above. He re-signed for 3 years, $3 million. I'll just put 3 times 3. Nevin, fairly early morning. I'm not putting a specific time on it, guys. I'm only saying that because for 2 reasons. I don't know my plans for tonight yet because I wanted to upload. Well, I'll ask you guys this. Do you want me to stream until about 9:30, 9:45, record a quick free agency final prediction video, post it at like 10:30 tonight? And then if that happens, I won't have a notification that goes out tomorrow. So I'll be live by like 8 or 9 a.m. tomorrow. Do you want me to still upload a free agency prediction video tonight before I go to bed? Because I can do that. It won't be a crazy long video, but it will be just like a quick hitting, like 5 to 10 minute video of just me giving my straight fire predictions. Yeah, drop the video tonight? Okay, I'll do that. MCKAY's the 3, but make sure you guys know that tomorrow morning, the notifications will not go out for the live stream. I'll make that really clear. The notifications will not go out for the live stream. If I post that video tonight, the notifications will not go out tomorrow morning for the live stream. So you guys have to depend on the Discord notifications and Twitter notifications. Is that deal? You guys are fine with that? Make sure you're in the Discord or following on Twitter with notifications on for one of them. Because if I post that video tonight, tomorrow's live stream will not send notifications out. Just make you guys aware of that. So if you don't get notifications, that's because YouTube doesn't send more than 3 notifications in a 24-hour span. So that's all I'm saying. So make sure you guys know I'll be live by like 9 a.m. tomorrow. I'll be live. MCKAY's of the 3. Appreciate the donuts. What do I think of the Jets pickups? I don't love the Nate Schmidt cap hit, and if it's what he showed last year with the Canucks, I don't love it. I like what Brendan Dillon offers to the Jets. It may have been a little bit too much, but I guess if that's the going rate for the market, 2 second-round picks. So for me, I think the Jets should have tried the UFA market before committing to trades like that. To be honest, I don't think there was a rush to go for trades like Dillon and Schmidt because the Canucks, for one, didn't have leverage. The Capitals didn't have much leverage, but definitely the Canucks did not have leverage. Like, they were trying so badly to create cap space for Pettersson and Hughes and potentially another UFA signing. So they just wanted to get rid of Schmidt's cap. So for me, I don't mind the Jets' moves. I don't love it either. Like, I think it's fine. It makes their defense better. So that's my answer to you. I don't love it, but it makes the Jets' defense better today than it was a few days ago. No doubt about it. Do I think Perry will re-sign with Montreal? If I had to put a bet down, yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised if he goes elsewhere. Yeah, who do I think? Well, Gabby, right now, this seems weird to say, but don't be shocked if Benning brings in just like 2 depth defensemen and gives you Levy and Rathbone a chance to play next year and pairs up Luke Schenn with like, this sounds weird to say, but I don't know who was talking about it. Whether oh, I guess we're not. I don't know. I'm in good Wi-Fi. I don't know what's going on. Maybe. Are we back? Jeez, people are like panicking in the chat. Guys, like, how often does it happen? It happens like every once in a while. Okay, we back. Okay. Sorry about that. Guys, just refresh when that happens. No need to panic in the chat. Just refresh when it happens and just wait. It usually goes away after a couple minutes. Max, like, that was quick. That was literally like less than a minute. But yeah, welcome back to the 230 people in here. How's it going, Hudson? Afraid to see us tomorrow? Yes, Clapper. Coleman to the Bruins? We'll see. But what was I talking about again when it lagged out? I don't know. Oh, I was talking about Luke Schenn. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Canucks just signed like 2 bigger like depth defensemen, you know? Because I think they do want to save their cap for Pettersson and Hughes. And here's the thing on top of that. We always talk about offer sheets, and I still think bullshit. And I think likely it's not going to happen. But I think Benning has created cap space for himself here in the Canucks because, like, worst case scenario, if some team throws 10.5 mil at Pettersson, they'll be ready for it, right? If a team was to throw 10.5 mil at Pettersson and he accepted that offer sheet, the Canucks would be ready for it. So that's why right now I think, unless Benning's dumb, which I guess you could make an argument for it maybe, I think, respects to Dangle for retweeting that, I think he'll save the cap until he can lock up Pettersson and Hughes. How good is the new Blues player? What's going on, Jacob? You're talking about Buchnevich? Buchnevich is really good. I thought he was going to be in around more the 4 to 5 mil range. He got 5.8, and not on long term. I thought, well, I said on my video, which I guess was fairly accurate, I thought it would be over 6 mil if it was long term. 4 years is not really long term, kind of like it's in between. I thought if it was going to be like in around a 3 to 4 year term, it would be in around 4.5 to 5 mil. So it was 5.8, so a little expensive, and that should give some people some insight on why the Rangers didn't want to lock that up. I don't know if they're trying to go for a free agent or trying to go for something, but maybe that's why. That's the only insight I can give. Still a bad trade for the Rangers, regardless. But hey, we almost got 300 in the live stream, guys. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and yeah, let's try to get to, like I said, 41K. What's LA's? Ooh, I think LA's still going to go after one big forward. I think their plan all along was to try to go after 2 big wingers. Like, not big in terms of like height, big in terms of just like potential and production and stuff like that. So they got Arvidsson, and I think they're going to go after one more winger. There was obviously rumors on Tarasenko. I'm sure the Kings would want a guy like Landeskog, but I think obviously Landeskog wants to win like now, and who knows about the Kings. They still might not have, like, they might still have another year or two before they contend, right? We'll see. Could the Leafs bring back Bozak? Potentially. I'm not going to say yes because there's been no rumors tying to it, and I don't know for sure what Dubas is looking for. But in my opinion, the third line center spot should be one of the focuses for Dubas. I think you try to trade Kerfoot, save some cap there, and you go for a cheaper, like $1 to $2 million, solid veteran third liner. That's what the Leafs need. A Bozak would fit that mold. A Getzlaf would fit that mold, but I don't think Getzlaf's coming to Toronto, so I'll say that. I'll shut that down real quickly. 2 guys like that would fit that mold. Have I talked about the Schmidt trade? Spencer, a little bit. I think it was a good deal for the Canucks. You got exactly what you gave up. And I think taking that cap off the books to create a lot of flexibility and cap space for Pettersson, for Hughes, and for potentially another move, that was the right move by the Canucks, I think. Big dub there. I don't think it was an L for the Jets, but again, I think the Jets gave 2 seconds and a third for Dillon and Schmidt, and we'll see if it pans out for them. And well, again, I talked about it. I think it was solid value for Garland. I don't think it was a steal, but I think it was decent value. I figured it would be in around 4 to 5 mil for Garland, and it was on the heavier side of that. So thank you for being here again. Thanks to all the subscribers. Justin, people decided I'm going to post a video tonight. So guys, if you want to check out that video tonight when I post it before I go to bed, right after the stream. So in about an hour, that video will drop. I'll be giving a prediction to every top free agent. So I hope you guys check that out when I post it tonight. Hey, John, I appreciate that. Hey, who knows? Maybe 100K one day. But, hey, let's keep growing. And, hey, obviously, welcome to all the new subscribers. I love when people give this channel a chance. So, again, if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely let us know. If you're a new viewer, let us know. And we want to welcome you to the community. David Savard going to Montreal? I could see it, potentially. There's the connection there. I could definitely see it. Hey, Jeremiah, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I don't know, sorry, if you've been in here for a while. Let me see. Yeah, I like the Sammy Blais. I'm not going to say it was a good deal, but I like the Sammy Blais fit. Oh! Whoa! John D. Lee, by the way, welcome to the new viewer, but holy shit! John! Bro! Says, wanted to show my appreciation for your coverage. You killed last year's free agency kickoff coverage and wanted to give you props because I know what you do isn't easy. Let's go Hot Take Hockey. Let's go Flyers. Holy shit! Whoa! Thank you so much, John. Whoa. Bro, oh my god, man. Whoa! Whoa! Man, thank you so much. Holy shit. Sorry, I definitely scare off some viewers with me yelling there. Thank you so much, John. Guys, let's get some major John hype in the chat. What a legend. Holy shit, that was insane. Wow, thank you so much. Shout out to Philly. There you go, Max. John, guys, give major respect to John in the chat. Insane. And speaking of Philly, Bryce Harper just got an inside the park home run against his former team. So random, not hockey related, but John's a Philly fan, and Bryce Harper literally just got a freaking inside the park home run. That is freaking insane. Look at that ball just freaking... Harper's wildin', bro. That's crazy. But yeah. Is there any chance of Coleman at Toronto? I think it's on the less likely side. Yeah, I think it's on the less likely side. I would love Coleman at Toronto, though. I think Coleman probably gets paid over 5, potentially even close to 6 mil tomorrow. So, we'll see. Any Islanders news? No. I think they're trying to sign Parise. Apparently, Ryan Suter right now is closer to the Dallas Stars rather than the Islanders. So that's out there. Also, former Islander, I don't know if you guys saw it above, apparently Canucks fans, Yaroslav Halak might be signing with the Canucks after they bought out Holtby. So Canucks fans, do not be surprised if Halak signs with the Canucks tomorrow. That is what is heavily rumored right now. So look out for that. Jacob, I went live, how long, chat? Like 15 minutes ago, I think? 15 minutes ago? But we got 350 in the chat, guys. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Drop a like. Let's go. Let's go. We are hyped right now. All right. See if there's anything else I missed. But yeah, that's the statement if you guys haven't seen it yet. That's from Fleury. Holtz goes back to the Caps. Yeah, I mean, I like the hot take. I don't see that happening. You think Eichel's value drops once free agency starts tomorrow? Depends. Yes, maybe with certain teams that like will expect the value to drop, but a team like, for example, Vegas, they will probably be like, and again, if that was the offer we looked at, like Vegas will be like, Buffalo, you got to make this offer more realistic or we're just going to sign Philip Deneau, right? A team like the Rangers would be a similar thing. If they were trying to sign guys like Coleman and Landeskog, then yeah, they would say the same thing to Buffalo. But, again, I'm not saying that they're going to go back into it heavy, but you never know. Montreal. I think regardless, Montreal is good. Like, I think Montreal doesn't really need the price to come down. But, yeah, I mean, to answer your question, I think it might come down a little bit for certain teams. Quizler with the 550 says, love you, John. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Quizler. Let's get some Quizler hype in the chat. Let's go. JVR to the Leafs, John? That would be freaking a crazy storyline if JVR went from Philly to Toronto, back to Philly, back to Toronto. I don't see it, to be honest. The only scenario I see it happening is if they, if Philly retained a bid on JVR, which I don't see Philly doing. So I think that's very unrealistic, but we'll see. Andrew, we got 40K a few days ago. So mad respects. It was really exciting. Okay, so just from Darren Drager here, the Jets have agreed to terms to Eric Comrie on a 1-year deal. So nothing huge, but Comrie will stick around as potentially, I don't think he'll be the backup, but at least as a third goalie. But yeah, he could be the backup for the Jets. If the Jets don't sign anyone else, that's pretty cheap for a backup. So could definitely be the backup. He's played well. So we'll see. Charlie says, thank you so much for the $5 dono. I really appreciate it. Again, big shout out to John, guys. That was insane. What a crazy dono. Thank you so much. Says, do you think Nick Ritchie would be a good fit in the Leafs? If so, how much do you think they could sign him for? Yeah, Charlie. Personally, I think it's possible. He's from Ontario. I think if the Leafs could get a Ritchie for under $2 million, you'd do it. But I think based on his stats, even though it was like driven off of power play and all that and certain scenarios, like I don't think Ritchie, especially with like he's slow sometimes and he's not the highest IQ player. Like I just think his role fits more specifically in the bottom six. And for the Leafs, it would probably be on the third or fourth line. So I would not give more than $2 million. It would have to be under $2 million for Ritchie, or else I wouldn't want to do it. Brendan, if the Devils are willing to retain close to 50% on that Subban contract, I could see Subban traded, yeah. But it would have to be in around 50% retained. It's only 1 year left, so retaining 50% is realistic in that aspect. Quizler, no, thank you. I really do appreciate that. And we got 340 in the chat, guys. Make sure, again, you hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. Let's go. I want to see some names pop up in the chat. Unbiased Bruins fan. Good take. Yep, that's why I agree. And I said under $2 million for sure. You think the Leafs are going to be in on Hamilton? Yeah, Jeremiah, I think that's somewhat of a hot take. I still think people are just completely over. Like, I get the Leafs don't have cap space. Like, that's the narrative, right? But I think Hamilton, the Leafs, like, to be honest, it makes sense. Like, they could use another guy on the right side. If they have the cap, like, that's why I'm not pushing Blake Coleman or Landeskog or any of these other guys that Leaf fans are trying to get all hyped on. But the Dougie Hamilton one, I'll entertain a little bit because it makes some sense. The only thing I don't like about it is it seems like if they were to sign Hamilton, that Riley's gone, most likely. That part I don't like. Like I said, the only way I'd be able to somewhat swallow the pill of like Riley being traded would be if it was a massive haul. Like, you know what? Literally Columbus just got for Seth Jones. It would have to be that for Riley. Otherwise, it's not sitting well with me. Well, Copper, that's why I just said extend Riley then. There's been rumors that they're going to talk to Riley in August about extending him long term. And if you can sign Riley long term at $6 or $6.5 million per, which should not be a surprise to people because Torrey Krug literally signed with that with St. Louis last year. And Riley and Krug, numbers-wise, were not that far off. Yes, Krug is a couple years older. If the Leafs can get Riley at 6.5 per, you lock him up. That's my take. This guy's, like, I tweeted it out today. This guy's been through the bullshit. I'm tired of just, like, rewarding the wrong guys, in my opinion. So yeah, Brandon Montour. Seems like that's the go-to. So 3.5 mil for 3 years. I don't mind that for the Panthers. I don't love it. I don't mind it. It's all right. John Lee with the 5. Thank you so much for subscribing, guys. I think John Lee's a fairly new viewer. So thank you so much for the 5. Let's get some John Lee hypes as awesome content. Thank you so much. Blended says Dvorak, Ritchie, Bunting, Kemper, or Mrazek for the Leafs. Yeah, blended. I will say it's a big, even though I'm not getting overly excited for the Leafs until I see, obviously, like success, until I see proof in the pudding. But if the Leafs came out of this offseason, which I don't think should be labeled as unrealistic, but if they came out of the offseason with Dvorak, Bunting, and Kemper, for example, like those three guys, I think that's a W. You can sign Galchenyuk as well. You can have a left side of, even though the left side would be weaker, it would 100% be weaker. But you could even put Dvorak on the left wing. But if you put Dvorak as the third line center, which would be such a good center depth again, since moving Kadri, you could have Robertson, Galchenyuk, and Bunting on the left side, which is not horrible. It's not great. Obviously, your right side's stronger, but yeah. Yeah, if the Leafs take on the project, and see if they can get going with Hosang. Yeah, that's possible. So Travis Boyd, UFA, will hit the market tomorrow. Canucks were not able to get a deal with him, so we'll see if he moves on. You think Cedric Paquette to Montreal? We'll see. That could be the replacement as the fourth line center where Eric Stahl was at. All right. Thoughts on the Stars off season? Brahma, thank you so much for being here. Welcome if you're a new subscriber. Welcome to all the new subs. Yeah, so I think the Stars could be signing Ryan Suter, and apparently the Stars could be signing Getzlaf. So if they could sign Getzlaf and Suter at reasonable deals, that could be a W for the Stars. So I would not mind that for Dallas and their perspective. Hey, let's go, guys. We're one subscriber away from 40,250. Let's go. Can we get 40.3K by tonight? That'd be solid. But yeah, guys, ask me any questions. Again, I never expect the donations, but I do want to give a shout out again to John and all the donators tonight. I really do appreciate that. Never something I expect, but obviously really thankful for that. And thankful to all the new viewers. Any updates on Jaden Schwartz to the Kraken? No recent updates, but I would put a 80-90% at Schwartz signing with the Kraken. Yeah. Hey, Speedy, subscribe. Let's go. Let's get some Speedy hype in the chat, guys. Let's go. Big Speedy hype. Thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate you. Hey, how's it going, Zach? What's up, Braden? Any updates on Landy and Grubb? Caden, I think it's more likely... This might be a surprise to some Avalanche or just fans in the chat right now. I think it's actually more likely that Landeskog signs with the Avs right now than Grubauer. I think they're inching closer and closer with Landeskog. That my prediction is probably in around $7.5 million on that long term for Landeskog with the Avs. I could see somewhere around there, 7 to 7.5. I think Grubauer might be the tough one. I don't know if the Avs want to commit over $5 million or even close to $6 million for Grubauer. That's the one that's interesting for me. I think if we see a Grubauer extension with the Avs, it'll probably be around $5 million. So we'll see. Tanner, I think Cizikas and Pelech, I would put a lot of money that both those guys return to the Islanders. I think the Islanders would have to completely screw the pooch or disrespect Cizikas for him not to return. I think Cizikas is going to be with the Islanders, and I think obviously Pelech, they'll figure that out. How do I feel about Hyman with Edmonton? Edmonton can feel free to overpay for Hyman. Love Hyman, gonna miss Hyman, but $5.5 million for Hyman? No, thank you. Should the Caps trade for Tarasenko? I know there's a bunch of Caps fans that told me they don't want that, but I'll tell you this. If you could get Tarasenko with just giving up a Kuznetsov, for example, why wouldn't you do that? I think that's fine. I think it gives an opportunity for McMichael to play up the middle, and you get a sniper and Tarasenko in that top six. Like, I don't mind that, to be honest. I know it's a hot take, but I don't mind it. I think Hamilton's going to get more money, Diener, than Landeskog. Yeah, I think I would put a lot of money on that. I think for sure I'd be shocked if Hamilton got less than Landeskog. Hey, what's up, Oakley? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Jack Olson? What's going on, Brent? Welcome to the channel. Andreas, Justin, Leafs need a solid goaltender. Yes, a solid backup would be nice. Ooh, what's this? Yo, breaking news on my phone here. Let's see. Okay, no, just Florida. So it looks like Florida is pretty locked in with their defense unless they go after Suter on that left side. So yeah, I think Florida's just going to focus on locking up Reinhart. But yeah, it seems like Florida's defense going into next year with re-signing Montour, it looks like seems like they're pretty confident with their defense. I could see Florida trading one of Nudavara or Gudas, though. So look out for that. I wouldn't be surprised if Florida tries to move out one of the contracts of Nudavara or Gudas. Do you think the Oilers can sign Grubauer? I think it's unlikely. Here's the thing, guys. You guys have to keep this in mind. The only scenario where I see the Oilers right now acquiring like a legit potential guy that can start is the Kemper situation. Because I think that's actually realistic for the Oilers for two reasons. One, because either the Coyotes could retain some money on Kemper, or two, the Coyotes literally could just outright take Koskinen. And if the Oilers send Koskinen to Arizona, attach him to like a first-round pick, you could probably get Kemper. I think you could probably get Kemper in a scenario like that. Koskinen first, boom, bring in Kemper. Think about it. They wanted a first last year for Kemper. This way, you could dump Koskinen's contract and get Kemper. Kemper and Mike Smith for a tandem, that would be pretty good for the Oilers. Maybe it's not a first, maybe it's a second and a prospect, but Yotes want picks, and they're willing to take on some contracts to get picks. If the Oilers sauce a first or a second and a prospect and attach that to Koskinen, they could probably get Kemper. Yeah, exactly, Jeremiah. So the Coyotes would probably be willing to take on Koskinen and Colasar. Oh, not Colasar. Coronar, right? That's his name. Yeah, Coronar would be their two goaltenders. So, hey, what a tandem. Former San Jose Shark and former Edmonton Oiler for the two Coyotes goaltenders. Yeah, Colasar's with the Knights. Do I think Flower will retire? I'd be pissed off. I'm going to say no, because that's what I hope. I hope he doesn't retire. Any Bruins locks somewhere on the forward side? No locks. I would say the Bruins are looking at a couple. Think about it. Bruins fans should look at the perspective of they re-signed Taylor Hall and they re-signed Mike Riley. Those are the two signings for the Bruins. But I think they could be going after a Ryan at Getzlaf. I think Getzlaf could be in their target, or I'm still running my hot take that I could see a scenario where the Bruins go after Tarasenko. Obviously, I think they would have to lose a contract like Charlie Coyle or one of those guys, or a DeBrusque going to St. Louis in that scenario. But I could still see the Bruins going after Tarasenko. Maybe a hot take. I am hot take hockey. But I've been saying Tarasenko to the Bruins for like 2 years, and I'm still saying it, because if it happens, I'm going to be like, told you so. No, I'm just joking around. But Michael Sachs Jr., thanks so much for being here. We got 450 in the chat. Welcome to all the new subscribers. That's awesome. And I hope it's, when people subscribe, it's given a shout out in the chat, because obviously we want people to get recognition, get hyped up. Let's see. Where do I think Michael Dal Cole will go? Yeah, because he didn't get qualified. I don't know. That's such a tough, those kind of free agents, it's so tough to predict. He's probably going to get a contract like $800K just to prove himself kind of thing, you know? So don't expect much from a Michael Dal Cole, but we will see. All right. But yeah, thank you, man. 430 in the chat. You guys are awesome. Landy to the Islanders? I think it's possible. I kind of already addressed it, but I would put more stock in just Landy returning to the Avalanche. But you know me, and you know most of the people in the chat. We always want chaos, right? So Landeskog leaving to the Avalanche. Sorry, Avs fans, but that would be fun. It depends on which team, though. Certain teams, it wouldn't be fun. How's it going, Jared? No spam, please. Yes. Pradaneski. Yeah, Pradaneski, but if they re-sign, or if they overpay for CC, I'll laugh. Hey, Mikey and Heston, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's go. Let's get some Mikey and Heston hype in the chat. Thank you so much for subscribing. Any offer sheet tomorrow? I don't think so, but if there is one, I think Pedersen definitely could be it. Tristan with the 7 says Grubauer gets $7.2 million for 3 years and goes to San Jose as your prediction. Who do you see Stevie Y going after? My hope is Suter can be a C for us. I like that. I don't like that. If the Sharks pay 7.2 for Grubauer, that's such a bum ass move. Do not do that, San Jose. Do not buy out Martin Jones just to overpay another questionable. Grubauer is a really good goalie, really good. Don't get me wrong. Grubauer showed how good he is. But in terms of elite, we don't know if Grubauer is going to be elite for years to come, you know? He was really good this year. And he's been really good. Grubauer has been really good. But I think there's such a questionable kind of mindset there with his long-term longevity of being elite. So I would not sign Grubauer for more than $6 million. Like, that's already pushing it for me. Your question is already asked. I'm waiting an answer. Well, Jared, you gotta like put yourself in my shoes here, man. The chat's moving really fast. If you can drop the question again, I'll hopefully be able to see it. So, like, hopefully you guys get that. Like, I would hope people don't get pissed at me for not seeing their question. I'm trying my best. I really am. I'm not ignoring questions. I'm literally just looking at chat, answering a couple of the questions I see really quickly. I'm doing my best. And like I said, I could literally be like another YouTuber, and I don't do this, and I literally never say this. You know what other YouTubers would do? And again, this is not even me trashing anyone else, but this is literally just what I know other YouTubers do, and not just in hockey. They'll be like, "Oh, just send a donation, and I'll see your." No, I'm literally like, I'm not saying any of that because I don't expect donations, but I'm trying to read comments, guys. So, because I don't expect that. No, Bradley. Free agency starts tomorrow at noon. Did I see the Jets making any more moves tomorrow? Spencer, potentially like depth signings, but I think the Jets are mostly done. I don't know how accurate this is, Adrian Dater. But, yeah. Like, I think potentially a backup goalie, but if they're comfortable with Comrie as the backup, and then maybe like a depth forward to replace like a Mason Appleton. But I think defense, they're done. They potentially could trade a defenseman, but I think in terms of adding, they're done. Who do I think the Rangers will sign? I would still have the Rangers as a hot take for Coleman, but it depends on if they try to go for Eichel or not. Hey, Casey, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some Casey hype in the chat. Really do appreciate the new subs. Let's go. All right, so Senators will scan for Asian market to look for center, defenseman, and it looks like they could target Ryan Strome still. Yeah, I'm biased. Pens news? Nothing Pens news, but I could see the Pens trading one of Pettersson or Zucker over the next few days. What moves will the Habs make tomorrow? I think the Habs are going to try to go hard after David Savard. That's the move I've been saying. I think Montreal goes hard after David Savard. Again, guys, tonight after this live stream, so like under an hour, I'll be posting my final free agency prediction video. I'm literally just going to, I think, post it out like really quickly. So look out for that video. Nick says, who do I think will be a fit with Ottawa from free agency? I'll throw out just one name. Let me try to think about it for a second here. Free agency for Ottawa. That's tough. I could see, I mean, he wants to compete. I could see like a Nick Bonino maybe, or like a, I don't know. That's a tough question because I think Ottawa might go trade. Like, that's why I'm saying Ryan Strome could be a fit for Ottawa. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. That is a tough question. I also could see Ottawa giving a flyer on like a Ryan Donato, who the Sharks didn't qualify. That'd be like a classic Ottawa signing. Do I think the Kings can land Gabe? I don't think so, Heston. I think there's interest from the Kings for Landeskog, but I don't know if it's mutual. Because I think Landeskog wants to compete now. And while I think the Kings are closer than some people think in terms of competing, I think they're still maybe a couple years away from cup contention, you know? Yeah, Astro, I think the Pens would have to give a little bit more than that, but John Gibson is a name that's been tossed around a little bit, guys. Do not be surprised if John Gibson gets traded over the next week. I know that's crazy. John Gibson's a big name, but do not be surprised if the Ducks trade John Gibson over the next few days. And here's LeBrun Anderson, no offer from Toronto. 2 teams with interest, Colorado and Carolina. Obviously, Colorado depends if they sign Grubauer or not. Halak near top of Vancouver's list. It seems like that could be close. It was apparent that Bernier was unable to find a deal with Carolina, so New Jersey potentially for Bernier, and obviously Grubauer still in talks with Colorado. Michael Sachs Jr. with the 5. Thank you so much for the dono. Says, what about Hoffman to Tampa on a cheap contract and help that third line because we lose Coleman? Hoffman's a guy that wants to get paid. I don't think he goes for a cheap deal to Tampa. I think Hoffman either returns to St. Louis or well, Montreal was interested in Hoffman. I've heard before, and again, don't put too much stock into this, but I've heard from a couple people that Hoffman does not want to play in Canada. So, don't put too much stock into that, but that's just what I've heard. That Hoffman doesn't want to play in Canada. Who knows, though? He could totally sign in Canada, and I could be wrong. But that was off of his experience with Ottawa. Thank you, Michael, for the dono. Hoffman wants what, like $6 million? I'm sure he wants that. I mean, I want $8 million. But no, like I think Hoffman, realistically, based on his year, is probably going to get in around 5. I think so. Above 4, in around 5 potentially. It depends what team he goes to. If he goes to a contender, I would say on that lower side, so like 4. But if he goes to just like any team, I could see 5 for Hoffman. Yep, Montour re-upped with Florida. Yes. Oh, wait, I want to click on this. Is this true? If I trust Garrioch, if he said this, let me see. Holy shit. Dano, you're crazy, bro. Dano is truly going on like the bet on yourself mentality here. Look at this shit. Huh. Wow. Jared says boring old Ottawa? No, not boring old Ottawa. I think Ottawa's going to be really exciting soon. Jared, by the way, sorry, I keep seeing your comments like after. Did you ask the question again? Kevin, thank you so much for subscribing. Oh, I'm trying to scroll up to see Jared's question. Okay, mods, help me out if Jared asks the question again. I'm so sorry, Jared. I am trying to see all the comments. Chances Glendening goes to Tampa? Yeah, a good face-off guy. I could see it. But man, oh my god. That's why it's like Dano could literally get 6.5 or like $6 million. I wouldn't be surprised at this point. He believes he's worth more than 5.5. And there was a rumor around that it's going to be over $6 million if he signs with Vegas. So that'd be crazy. Oh. When did he tweet this? July 26th? Man, LaRock will be like the next big insider. I want to just follow him just to see what happens. He seems like he's going to be the next big insider. Because he said the Dano thing, and now he's saying Montreal could sign Paquette and David Savard. I don't know. He's not an insider, so I'm not fully trusting it, but I've been saying David Savard's a great fit. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Caden McKinnon, that'd be hilarious. Let's see, I'm trying. How's it going, O'Doyle? Where does Tatar go? Again, wait for my free agency prediction video tonight. Tatar, though, I could see Tatar being... I could see Tatar being a fit in Edmonton if they traded Cassian. But if they sign Hyman, I think it's unlikely. Tatar to... I could see Nashville maybe with their trades. I could see... That's tough. I could see Toronto, to be honest. It just depends on how much Tatar wants. If Tatar wants over $4 million, then it takes him away from contenders going after him, you know? That's a tough one. I haven't heard too many rumors around Tatar. That's a tough one. He's been very quiet, and the rumors around Tatar have been very quiet. Martin says Tatar would not be a good fit for Edmonton. Well, you just made that statement. Why would Tatar not be a good fit for Edmonton? I mean, I'll be honest. There's a lot of players would be a good fit for Edmonton if you're playing with McDavid or Draisaitl. I'll tell you that. So I would love to know why you're saying Tatar wouldn't be a good fit. Any news on Kessel to the Panthers? Yeah, OG Panther, thanks for being here. I did see that rumor with the Panthers signing Bennett, Montour, and obviously they're going to have to sign Reinhart. I don't know if I see the Kessel trade, but I'll say this. If they were to acquire Kessel and Arizona was retaining 50% while also signing one of the contracts, whether it's like Gudas, Nudavara, or like one of their forward contracts, like of a Toronto over to Arizona, I could see Kessel to Florida. It would have to be a scenario where that, like, Florida giving up some picks and prospects. Kessel getting retained on top of giving like Vetrano, Gudis, or Nudavara. 460 in the chat. Wow. Hey, Roman, congrats. That's awesome. Martin says not physical enough. Well, they're getting physicality with, I mean, they still have Cassian, they have Hyman. Puljujarvi's can be physical. Like, they don't necessarily need physical guys to be in the top 6. That's not where they need it. Tatar playing with McDavid he'd light up points. So to me, I think that's a bad take. If Tatar could sign for like $3 million or $4 million in Edmonton, like, I'm not saying that's a great fit. I'm just saying you put a lot of guys on the left wing with McDavid, they're probably going to do really well. And to be honest, if you can get a left winger, like if Hyman does end up signing, my problem is like Hyman and Puljujarvi are a little bit more one-dimensional players. And I feel like the problem is, do you put Nuge with McDavid and then have like Hyman, Draisaitl, Yamamoto, or Hyman, McDavid, Yamamoto? Like, my problem is I really like the potential of going back to the Yamamoto, Draisaitl, and Nuge line, right? That would make the space for Hyman, McDavid, Puljujarvi. I'm still thinking, try to trade Cassian, create a little bit more cap space for yourself, sign, like, it doesn't have to be a Tatar, but it could be like any one of those guys that are like 3-4 mil, offensive guy, put him up with McDavid, and then have Puljujarvi or Hyman slide down to the third line, or even Yamamoto slide down to the third line, you know? That's my opinion. McDavid's McDavid, and he can make any good player play really well. I just don't know if I love Hyman and Puljujarvi, the two players playing with McDavid, if that's the case. Where do I think Perry will go tomorrow? I already answered that. I think it's Montreal, or I think it's like a true contender, like one of the big teams, like a Colorado or a Tampa. Franco, no. Let me see Byron. What do you say? Does he have Twitter? I didn't even know he had Twitter, so I don't know if you're confusing me or what's up, but what's up, Gregory? I've watched a little bit of the Olympics, yeah. Ooh, Kenny, that'd be crazy. Tyler Johnson to the Coyotes, and they get Kessel. Tampa getting Kessel, that'd be freaking wild. I don't know if I see that, but I guess it's like anything's possible with Arizona and their willingness to take Cap. Are there any Flames rumors? Edgar, great question. Thanks for being here. And by the way, guys, we almost have 500 in the chat. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Let's try to get 40.3K. Hey, the more motivation when I see more people join up on the channel, it's awesome to see. The Flames. No, not too many rumors. I'll say this. I still think they're going to trade one of the bigger names. I'd be surprised otherwise, whether that's a Monahan or... I still don't think they're going to trade Tkachuk, so I would say more Monahan. And I could see the Flames signing a veteran left shot defenseman to somewhat replace... Like, you're never going to replace a Giordano, but like a left shot defenseman that I could see Calgary signing tomorrow would be like a Jake McCabe. I'm not saying I've heard any rumors around that, but that would be like the type of defenseman I could see the Calgary Flames signing tomorrow. Like a Jake McCabe, or just in general over the next couple of weeks. Like a McCabe, like, I don't know. Like, I guess that's just a good name to throw out there. Right? Oh, shit! Dylan with the 35! Thank you so much for the dono. Thank you for the stream. I used to know everything about hockey. Now I'm the old semi-misinformed guy. So, do you have any idea what Nash is doing? What Nash is doing? Oh, Nashville. Okay, I was thinking like you were talking about Rick Nash or Riley Nash, like a Nash. So you're talking about Nashville, I think. I hope if I answer this question. Thank you so much, Dylan, for the 35. I hope he's talking about Nashville here. Mateo, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. So, Dylan, thank you so much for your dono. Nashville. I think they could still trade Philip Forsberg. I think they could still trade Matthias Ekholm. I think the thing with Nashville right now is they're tired of just being the in-between team. They had their one run to the Stanley Cup final and losing to the Penguins. I think they're trying to just start fresh. And I think trading Philip Forsberg, potentially trading Ekholm, I think they're going to try to get a lot of assets back, but still, like, sign guys. Like, that's why I said for Nashville, like, I think they could sign, like, a Tatar. Or Nashville, I think they could sign or re-sign Mikael Granlund and Haula, potentially. I think Granlund or Haula, like, one of them is going to sign with Nashville again. So, I wouldn't be surprised if both. I think, based on what I've read, based on the rumors, both Haula and Granlund loved it in Nashville. Yeah, so... I think also Nashville is going to try to sign a veteran goaltender to pair with Saros, so we'll see. Thank you so much for the dono. And holy shit, a bunch of people subscribing. Rivera, Will, Russ, and Pata. Thank you so much for subscribing. Let's go. And Jake with the 5. Thank you so much for the dono. Let's get some Jake hype in the chat. I really do appreciate that, legend. Thanks for being here. Let's go. Guys, should I just go live super early tomorrow? Just like post the video tonight, go live super early tomorrow, and just go off tomorrow during the day? Should I just go for like a 15-hour stream tomorrow, bro? I'm feeling like I should go crazy tomorrow. Super early. Let's just go super early tomorrow. Just go absolute wild tomorrow. Just live all day. Yo, set your alarms, guys. We're setting our school alarms tomorrow. 6:45, baby. Nah, imagine I go live that. I don't think so, but imagine I go live that early. That'd be wild. But Jake, thank you so much for the 5. I really do appreciate the dono. Where do I see Hamilton landing? I guess New Jersey's still like a good potential. I think New Jersey would be the team if he wants like 9 or 10 mil. I'm standing by that. If he wants to go to contender, I think Toronto's potentially one of the favorites. I think Toronto is potentially a favorite. But I don't know, man. Like, it's seeming more and more likely he's going to leave Carolina. And then after that, like, to me, this is what I do, right? When I don't have a lot of rumors, I do a process elimination. So you guys want to do a process of elimination with Dougie Hamilton right now? I'll go through all the teams and tell you which teams I know for sure he's not going to. You want me to do that? Because a lot of you guys keep asking me certain teams about Hamilton. I will tell you which teams he's not going to. You want to do that? Okay. I'm pretty confident he's not going to Anaheim. I'm pretty confident he's not going to Arizona. I'm pretty confident he's not going to Boston. I'm pretty confident he's not going to Buffalo. That's already 4 teams off the table, okay? Carolina's potential still. I think it's unlikely he goes back, but there's potential. So maybe Carolina. Calgary, I don't see him going back to Calgary, but I'm going to put like a 0.000 versus 1.1 because there's potential fit on that, right? But I don't see it. They have Rasmus Anderson. They have Tanev. I don't see it. So I'm saying no to Calgary. I'm saying no to Colorado. I'm saying no to Columbus. I'm saying no to Chicago. I'm saying no to all the C teams. I'm still saying no to Calgary, except for Carolina, maybe. So we're already saying no to all those teams. Detroit, I don't see it. Dallas, maybe. Maybe Dallas if they don't sign Ryan Suter. I think Dallas could be a very low-key player tomorrow. You heard it here first. I think Dallas is going to be a very low-key player tomorrow to sign a big name. I think right now I'm putting my betting odds on Ryan Suter for Dallas, but we'll see. Hey, Dario. Hype up Dario in the chat. Thank you so much, Dario. I appreciate it. Where are we at right now with the teams? Edmonton? No. I would be shocked if Dougie Hamilton goes to Edmonton. I'm saying no on that. Florida? I think no. Now that they've signed Montour. So I'm saying no to Florida. I think before they signed Montour, I think Florida was a potential for, but now they have Reinhart. I don't see Florida. So no to Florida. LA, no. This would be very scary, but I'm actually putting potential on Montreal. It's actually crazy to say. I don't see it happening, but I'm actually putting potential on Montreal to go after Dougie Hamilton. Bergevin's always like trying to go after the big fish. I'm sure Montreal's going to have conversations with Dougie Hamilton. They've lost Weber for the year, it seems like. I think Montreal could be a player for Hamilton. So we're at Carolina, Montreal. New Jersey is definitely a target for Hamilton. Again, I'll say this. If Hamilton wants over $9 million, New Jersey's your spot. I could see New Jersey giving $9 million plus to Hamilton. So we're at 3. Rangers, no. Islanders, no. Nashville, no. Ottawa, no. Pittsburgh, no. Philly already got their guys, so no. St. Louis, no. San Jose, I don't see it. Toronto, we're at 4. Again, he's from the area. I think grew up a Leafs fan, and if the Leafs were to consider trading Morgan Rielly, I could still see them getting Hamilton and not trading Rielly. But Minnesota, oh, I did skip Minnesota. Sorry, my bad. I was just going alphabetical order and I forgot Minnesota. No, I don't see Minnesota, so no. Where we're at, Tampa, no. Winnipeg, no after the moves. Washington, no. And Vegas, no. So there's only really 4 to 5 teams that could really, realistically, in my mind, go after Hamilton. Oh, Seattle. Oh my God, I forgot Seattle. Yes, Seattle's the other team. I could see Seattle going after Hamilton. Sorry. Yes, the Kraken. Oh my God, I can't. Thank you, whoever dropped that. Yes, John. Oh my God, that's the other team I was literally talking to people about the other day in the other live stream. The Seattle Kraken could definitely be a player for Hamilton. That's the other one, 100%. Vancouver, maybe. I'm not going to shut down Vancouver. Maybe. I think it's less likely, but maybe. I will put a maybe on Vancouver. But right now, in some kind of order, again, look out for my prediction video tonight. I think if he leaves Carolina, my top 3 up there would be Seattle, New Jersey, Toronto. And then after that, I feel like Montreal's a wild card in that. Vancouver, and then, yeah. Is that fair? I feel like that's fair. The teams I just threw out there. Yeah. I feel like that's fair. And then, of course, we got a comment from Tom saying Toronto has 0 cap. Oh my God, it's painful explaining this to people. Oh my God, okay. Yes, Tom. Toronto has no cap. They currently have... Yes, Tom, you're right. Toronto has currently at 0 cap. They can't sign anyone. Because they have 4 guys on big contracts, they have 0 cap space. They cannot sign anyone. Dylan, thank you so much for subscribing. Obi, thanks so much for subscribing. And Fangirl with the 1, I really do appreciate that. Oh my God, bro. They literally have almost 10 million in cap space. And if they trade Kerfoot at another 3.5, and they have a lot of guys that can fill the bottom 6 right now. Not saying that they're great, but when you have Spezza on a cheap contract, you have Brooks on a cheap contract, you have Simmons on a cheap contract, you have Joey Anderson on a cheap contract. So I don't know why there's still this narrative the Leafs have absolutely no cap space. They could sign one big name tomorrow or this week if they wanted to. That's what I'm telling you. And Elliot Friedman said it. I don't know why people are completely shocked on this. Do I think Toronto's in on Landeskog? No, I don't. Do I think Toronto's in on some of these big forward names that Leaf fans love to throw out? No. But if there's one name I said, if there's a big name in free agency that I could see happening, realistically, it's Hamilton. As I said, New Jersey can definitely pay him more. Seattle could pay him more. But what is Hamilton getting with Toronto? At least a team that's going to make the playoffs. Will Toronto make it past the first round? Maybe not. But if you're Hamilton, at least you know you're making the playoffs. And who knows from there. But yes, you're not getting that with New Jersey potentially right away. Tyler, I would say Schwartz is Seattle bound, and then maybe Hamilton. Respects to Leonard, by the way. Respects to Leonard. How long do I think Landy and Gruby will last after 30? I don't know. Like, that's such a tough question, Caden. Like, I don't know. Landeskog will last longer, I think, mid-30s. Early to mid-30s. Jake with the 5. Let's go. Says, I love your content. You're an amazing guy. What do you see to have during this offseason? Keep up the great work. And sorry I can't donate more. Much love. All good, man. You don't have to donate anything. Obviously, I'm super thankful for people that donate. Thank you so much. And to read your comment here, appreciate it. Montreal is going to go after a centerman, potentially, to replace Deneau if he leaves. 2 centermen, potentially, to replace both Deneau and Eric Stahl at the middle. But they do have Jake Evans. Obviously, they have to remember. And Kotkaniemi depends on where he plays. 2, they're going to go after a right shot defenseman. I'm still putting David Savard as my favorite for Montreal. And potentially like a 3rd goalie situation. But they're fine, I think. It's just, if Price is fine for the season, like the rumor right now is Price could be ready for the start of the season, so then they won't make a goalie move. So to me, it's just a right shot defenseman, like a David Savard, and then potentially 2 forwards that can play up the middle. So that's what I see from Montreal. Thank you so much for the donation. Dylan, Schwartz to Seattle. I would say it's basically guaranteed. Everything from Friedman to Saravelli to people around Seattle think Schwartz is pretty locked in. I think even Strickland said it. So, like, there's a bunch of rumors right now. Like, everything, you know how when there's smoke, there's usually fire? Everything right now is pointing towards Jaden Schwartz to Seattle. I think at this point, if Schwartz didn't go to Seattle, it would be extremely shocking. Well, at least we know Tom is just a Leaf hater. Says, y'all realize the Leafs still need a real goalie. Tom, I would love to know who you're a fan of, and then maybe we can talk about your team, you know? I know we can make jokes about the Leafs, but that's same old, same old. I'd love to know Tom's favorite team. Jake with the 2 says, how much money do they have in cap space? Much love. Montreal? Let's take a look. I think they have quite a bit flexibility, especially if Weber goes on LTIR. So let's look quickly. Anthony, who does Columbus go for? Well, they just signed, Laine signed his qualifying offer, 7.5. So Montreal currently has 10.6 in cap space. And then adding the fact that Weber will probably be on LTIR. So that's 7.8. And Armia is on the cap. So yeah, so they'd be in around 18 mil of cap space with Weber going on LTIR. Well, it's not really cap space, but you get what I'm saying. 18 million of room to sign. So yeah, 18 mil. They have their goalies locked up. They have all that figured out. I would say, like I said, defensemen and a couple forwards are in Montreal's plans. Massimilian. So Montreal had approximately, before they signed Armia today, they approximately had a projected amount of, I think it was like in around 14 mil, I think I saw. So yeah, now they're around 10.6 mil in projected cap space. That's before LTIR is used. Yeah, right-hand shot defenseman to take over Weber's spot. That is correct. All right. All right, guys, I'll go live here for maybe another 15 minutes, half an hour. Again, I'm so stupid for not uploading my free agency prediction video earlier, but honestly what went down was I had a lot of shit going down today, and when all the news was going down, especially the Fleury trade, I was like, okay, well, I have to upload a video for this, and I want to rant about it because I was pissed off at the Fleury thing. And then I was like, man, it's already like 6 o'clock. I want to eat some food and then go live. And then, yeah, that's how kind of the night has gone. But yeah, guys, again, I hope you do subscribe. I'll be live all day tomorrow. Like, if you're literally stuck on coverage, or you want a different perspective on coverage, or you want a fan's perspective on coverage, like I'm trying to bring on guests tomorrow as well. Like, I hope you do give this channel a chance and subscribe, get those noties on. And again, follow me on Twitter, Hot Take Hockey on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, wherever, you know. And join the Discord if you'd like as well. Mods, please drop the links, all those links I said in the chat. I really do appreciate it. Big shout out to the mods, man. Wouldn't be able to stream without them. All right. Hey, Nordic, what's going on? Thanks for being in the chat. What a legend. Who is on the trade line for the Wild? Like, who could the Wild trade, or who could the Wild acquire? Guys, question in the chat. With Ovi signing his 5-year deal, do you think he will pass Gretzky's all-time goals record? All right, let me get a drink of water while you guys answer that. Can anyone actually afford Landy is asking? Yeah, of course, Sid. Of course. Like, Landy apparently was asking for 9 mil. There's a bunch of teams that could give him 9 mil. It's just a matter of Landy not signing there. And at the end of the day, I still think Landy's going to meet in the middle with the team. And that probably being Colorado at about 7.5 mil. I think that's what's going to end up happening. Lit, I'm going live early morning. Like, I'll say this. By 9 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow morning, I will be live. I will potentially be live even earlier than that. But yes, by then I'll be live. Look out for early morning. Mateo says, any rumors or news about Ottawa? That they potentially could go after Ryan Strome. I could see them going after a couple of Flyers. I threw out a Ryan Donato. I think a team like Ottawa, Detroit, one of those teams I think will pick up a Ryan Donato. Unless he goes super cheap to like a playoff team, but if he wants to get paid a little bit, like in around what he was getting paid, which is like $2 million, I could see an Ottawa or Detroit picking up a Donato to give him some ice time. Who could the Wild acquire? Nick Foligno. That's the easiest name I could say. Outside of that, I still think the Wild are the perfect fit for Eichel, but we'll see. What's a hot take for me tomorrow? Yeah, great question. I mean, the hot take for me would be Hamilton signing with Seattle or Toronto. That's my hot take. I'm going to run with that. I think my hot take would be Hamilton signing with Seattle or Toronto tomorrow or this week. Jared, 9 a.m. Pacific time for you? Yeah, potentially, if you're Pacific time. Where's Tatar? A lot of people have been asking the same questions. Again, the Tatar one's really tough to predict, guys. I've been answering it already, but it's tough. Carter says, hot take Hamilton doesn't sign tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised, but we'll see. Bronze medal for Alexiak. Had it on the TV here. Well, yeah, Colin, I don't know if... Please don't spam, but I don't know if I trust those sources, so we'll see. All right. Did I miss a dono? Thank you, Bacon, if I did. Let's see. Oh, I did. Thank you so much. Yeah, mods, please always do that. Big shouts to Bacon in the chat for doing that. And Jaren, huge shout out in the chat for Jaren. Sorry, did not mean to miss this dono. Big shout out to what's up, Will, James, Sportsman. Jaren with the 2, thank you so much. Says, what moves did the Caps make Kuzi for or sign who? Yeah, so I could see the Caps signing a cheap left shot defenseman, depending on Kempney's health. And I could see them trading Kuznetsov. And again, I know it's a huge hot take. If they could go after a Tarasenko, or if they could trade Kuznetsov to the Wild and just get like assets back, and then that would open up space for them to sign a guy, I would love that for the Caps. But we'll see. We'll see. Kuznetsov to Montreal or Minnesota, that could be a fit. Thank you for the dono. Islanders news, Lee. Nothing big outside of them trying to get Parise, trying to get Suter, and it seems like the Islanders were trying to go after Landeskog. I just don't know if they can meet the price tag. I think if he was going to go to the Islanders, it would have to be in around $8 million. I'd be shocked if Colorado was willing to go 7 and Landy went to the Islanders for 7 or 7.5. I think if he went to a team like the Islanders, it would have to be $8 million. So depends if the Islanders can maybe lose the Komarov or Hickey contracts. Like, they'll have to create some space for that to happen. Mike Sullivan says Kuznetsov is not a fit in Montreal. Kind of like, I kind of laugh. Like, respects to you, but like, you're just making like, so like, give me a reason on why Kuznetsov's not a fit in Montreal. Like, give me a reason. Don't just say like he's not a fit in Montreal. Give me a reason. Like, give yourself like at least like, I'm not asking for much. Just back your statement a little bit. Just be like, Kuznetsov's not a fit with Montreal because he wouldn't fit with this. Like, what do you mean he's not a fit with Montreal? They need a center. They need some more offense up the middle. Kuznetsov could bounce back. Like Mike just says he's just yelling Minnesota. Well, I said Minnesota and Montreal for... Okay. So your response is nothing except for just you're saying Minnesota's more of the fit? Okay. Some of these comments, guys, I laugh. It's a good time. Adam says, does anybody else agree Carolina likes to take Detroit's goalies? I mean, Detroit took Carolina's goalie in this stake. Spilla says, bro, I'm being a douche? Okay. I don't know how I'm being a douche. Please, as I said to the previous guy, elaborate. I appreciate all my viewers. I don't have, like, I can push back a little bit. As much as I respectfully tell the viewers to push back a little bit, I can push back a little bit too. I wasn't being a dick. I was just respectfully saying, give me a reason. Jason, what's going on? The Spezza says Toronto. Hey, I love Spezza, man. Mad respects for Spezza taking that deal with Toronto. What's up, Nikhil? Yeah, we're just having fun here, meme. Exactly. Some people just take things too seriously. That was weird. Jennifer with the 3. I appreciate that. Let's go. Let's get some Jennifer hype. Thank you so much for the dono. That means a lot. Let's get some Jennifer hype. Zach says, what do you think about Blake Coleman potentially coming home to Dallas? Is Coleman's from Dallas? Oh yeah, he's from Texas. I could see it. I don't know. I don't know if Dallas would be able to like pay big on, but it depends. Maybe he takes a pay cut to go to Dallas. Yeah, I guess that's possible. Jeremiah, you think the Cavs for sure keep Kuznetsov at this point? We'll see. Yeah, TG, we'll see, man. Yeah, Maxwell, I don't know if you were here. Yeah, like I answered that. I think Perry either stays in Montreal or goes to like another like if it's a big contender like Colorado or Tampa, maybe. But I think it most likely goes back to Montreal. We'll see. Jack says, as a Cavs fan, I honestly wouldn't mind seeing Fleury go to Pittsburgh. He deserves. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Adam, I think the Wings will improve a little bit, but in that Atlantic division, I still think it's going to be a couple of years. Yo, Dylan with the 20. Thank you so much, man. Holy shit. Big shouts to Dylan. Says, I love this chat for best sport on the earth and inform people. My super homer. Oh, you're talking about... yeah. God bless Pekka Rinne in his career. Hey. Thank you so much, Dylan. I really appreciate it. Let's get some Dylan hype in the chat. What a legend. And Sir says, any Kraken news? Not news, but again, I was just throwing out rumors. Like, I guess if you haven't heard this, it seems like Jaden Schwartz could sign with Seattle. I would put a 95% on it right now, or 90%. And then I wouldn't be surprised if they're players for like a Dougie Hamilton or one of the defensemen tomorrow. We'll see. They already have a good defense core, but they have the cap space if they wanted to still trade away a couple of defensemen. Like, I think based on who they signed, they're going to probably keep Alexiak. They'll keep Larson. And I think they'll probably keep Giordano. Outside of that, they can still trade defensemen. So, thanks for the dono. Seattle going to tank their first year? Mitch, I will be able to answer that after free agency. We'll see what they do in free agency. If they sign some big players, then no. But if they just leave it as is and just keep trading guys, then yeah. Buffalo with the 5 says, after these trades, and depending on what Eichel brings to the Sabres, could have a ton of cap. They need to say young, but anything interesting in FA? Yeah, I mean, it depends. Obviously, they can target guys, but doesn't mean those players will sign in Buffalo. But like a shooter from like Chicago, if they could sign him, or like I could see Buffalo taking any other names that I could see them going after? Yeah, like it would be guys like that, you know, like it's UFA, right? There's not super young guys, so. But I think Buffalo will try to collect a lot of picks, right? And if I know there was like rumors that if they make a trade with Vegas, they'll take like a Riley Smith. If they make a trade with like Minnesota, they might take on the contract of Victor Rask if they get a lot of assets back, but we'll see. But thank you, Buffalo. Yeah, Shane, that was crazy. And Colin, I already read that comment, man. If you want to tell me who reported that, I don't trust that report, but maybe I'll trust it if it's someone reliable. There was no confirmation on Landeskog signing yet. So, thoughts on the Jets' move this offseason? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just Nate Schmidt, Dylan, and Comrie. Like, to me, I don't love the moves, but, like, as I said it earlier, the Jets' defense is better than they were a week ago. So, I don't know. They gave up 2 seconds and a third. It really depends on how Dylan and Schmidt perform. We know how Nate Schmidt can play. If he can bounce back, the contract's not lovely, but dubs to Vancouver for getting rid of it with no risk. Yeah, Kaprizov has not signed yet. What's up, THG? Yes, Jeffrey says, any Devils news? No hard news, no. Just rumors. Who would you vote captain of the Avs? From Sid? I mean, easy answer is like Nate, but... yeah, I mean, easy answer seems like it'd be Nate. All right, guys. I think I'm going to end stream soon here. But again, I hope you guys do subscribe if you haven't yet. Again, I'll be live all day tomorrow. Like, all day. So if you want your coverage, I hope you guys, even if, like, you're busy, like, at work, or, well, I wouldn't advise you distracted from work. But, like, if you have AirPods or you want to throw your earphones in, you don't even have to, like, physically watch. You could literally just listen to my coverage. I'll give you guys all the coverage tomorrow during the day. So if you want to keep the stream open, listen in throughout the whole day, or at least a big chunk of the day, I'll be live all day. All day. Early morning to late afternoon, I'll be live. Okay, James, I hope that goes all right. All the best. I mean, Adam, maybe, but I don't think Tampa's trading him. Joe says 24-hour stream. I don't know about a 24-hour stream, but maybe a 10-hour stream tomorrow? Or maybe more than that. We'll see. All right, sports with Jameson. Appreciate you. What time is free agency? Well, Jacob, it opens at, people can start signing at, as far as I know, 12 Eastern, 9 Pacific. Did we hit 40.3? Let's see. Oh shit, we just jumped like 15 subs. Guys, we are we're 6 subscribers away, guys, from 40.3. We're 6 subscribers away from 40.3, according to my dashboard. So, hey, if 6 of you want to subscribe and clutch up to get us there, that would be top notch. Let's do it. How's it going, Maple? Who do I think the new captain of the Flames will be? If they keep him, Matthew Tkachuk. Yeah. Hey, Red, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you. Mad respects. Let's refresh again. Hey, let's go, Legends. We hit 40.3. Let's go. Woo. We got Legends in the chat. Appreciate that, guys. We growing. Big W's. Thank you so much. Where do I see Coleman landing? Yeah, Bacon, again, I'm going to post my video right after this. I'm literally going to record it really quickly and just post it. My final free agency prediction video. Yeah, so I hope you guys all watch that. I'm literally going to post it right away. But maybe a hot take for Coleman, because I don't want to give my obvious pick. But hot take for Coleman would be Rangers. I think that would be hilarious that they reunited Coleman and Gaudreau. All right, guys, make sure you drop a like. Yeah, John Gibson could be traded. Look out for that. Luke Richard, thank you so much for subscribing. All right, guys, look out for the video. Again, notifications might not get sent out tomorrow morning because I'm posting the video tonight. But watch the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. And definitely drop a like, leave a comment. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning. All right, guys. Love ya. Make sure you watch the video tonight. And see you tomorrow all day for this channel's free agency coverage. And let's try to get 41,000. All right? Love you guys. See you soon. Peace. Thank you so much.